Hi folks, Dr. Jim Gishwin here, PhD and former intelligence specialist. I'm going to make a prediction here that we are in danger of having another terrorist attack here in the United States. I mean, thanks to Joe Biden, who funded this thing, basically, giving 50 million over the last couple of years, 50 billion, I'm sorry, over the last couple of years to Iran, who backs Hamas and who backs Hezbollah. Where do you think they got the 5,000 missiles from? Besides that, now they're finding out some of our arms that we sent to Ukraine wound up in corrupt hands, and they sold them to these guys. So we just can't, and some of the stuff we left behind in Afghanistan is showing up on the battlefield up there in southern Lebanon too. My little girls are just going to bother me and bother me. Okay? Now, I got them happy. I'm sitting here watching some of the scenery up here. I mean, this is terrible. This is horrible. It's the worst disaster for Jews since the Holocaust. Over 1,000. And, you know, we could have predicted this, and many congressmen and stuff predicted it too. They said, we violated our own laws, basically, by sitting there paying ransom. Well, the Hamas guys sit there, go over there, kill a bunch of people, take 100 and so hostages back, and then call for a ceasefire. What do you think they wanted to do? They wanted to sit there and get some money and trade for the daggone hostages. It worked for Iran, why not work for them? People, you got to understand, Hamas is not a government. Hamas is not the Palestinian government. We give money to the Palestinian government, it goes straight to Hamas's hands. Hamas controls the Palestinian government. We're sitting there trying to do that two-state thing, and that two-state thing just fell apart. Okay? And I don't know what Joe Biden was trying to do. Of course, we caught a spy in the State Department for Iran. Our lead negotiator, he just lost his clearance. And I suspect 5 more. But here's something else, folks. Keep your head on the swivel. You don't think we sit there and get hundreds of people on the terror watch list all the time down there at that southern border. And that's through the official checkpoints. Now, if we got 3 million gotaways, and I asked my students today, I said, these gotaways are people that don't want all that free stuff that's being given away at the border. Free phone, free transportation, free food, you know, the whole 9 yards, free medical. They don't want that. I asked my class, I said, now, who would not want to go down and collect all that stuff? And, of course, the responses were people like MS-13, Contra people. Well, Contra people are here. Terrorists are here. Out of 3 million gotaways over the past few years, okay, I asked them, I said, what percentage of those do you think are terrorists? And almost every single one of them said, probably about half. So you got 1.5 million terrorists running around in our country. I told my students, I said, okay, you're in a Christian school. You're a target. Keep your head on a swivel. See something, say something, okay? And just be aware of your surroundings. Don't go to big public gatherings. Things like bands on the beach. I mean, you saw what happened to the people going to that peace concert in southern Israel, all gunned down in the back. Babies being beheaded in their cribs. Oh, that takes a real man to do that. I tell you, I'm impressed, Hamas. Just impressed all to hell. You butchers, you monsters. And we got a president, he comes out and he says all the right things. Of course, he said it late. Him and Bibi have not gotten along at all, just like Obama and Bibi didn't get along at all. I think he's, besides being a racist, I think he's an anti-Semite. And look at all the anti-Semites we got in Congress. Okay? The people that sit there and demanded that Joe sit there and give Palestinians money. Demanded that he let the oil embargo kind of slough away so that Iran could make $40 billion, okay, on their oil. And the intelligence agencies are saying this is coming straight from Iran. The stuff to Hezbollah and Hamas is coming straight to Iran, and Iran sat there and celebrated. They called the shots, folks, and they're our enemy. Now understand this. There's an old saying, okay? The enemy of my friend is an enemy, but the friend of my enemy is my enemy. Okay? It's the old saying that George Bush said, you're either with us or against us. Okay? And I think that it is going to spill over. All we need is Hezbollah to get involved, and they're trying hard to get the Israelis, they're trying to taunt the Israelis into getting something into a two-front war. Okay? How are we going to support two wars? We already ran out of artillery shells, 5-inch ones. And now we're promising to refill all their missiles for the Iron Dome. We got 2 carriers there. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? They got to wait for this commander-in-chief to get up from his nap to tell him to do something. Meanwhile, while this was going on, Joe and his White House crew were having a barbecue in the backyard. What is this country coming to? I'm saying be prepared. Be prepared. Okay? The FBI ain't going to help you. They're too busy sitting there looking for anti-school demonstrators and school boards and every Republican who ever said anything against them. They're too interested in political stuff. They don't care about protecting you anymore. That once great agency, no longer. But your local police will. Make sure your local police know what's going on. Okay? Meanwhile, let's hope that we can get this all cleared up. And McCarthy and Mitch McConnell were both the ones that said they didn't want oversight on the money going to Iraq. Not Iraq, Ukraine. They were going to put an IG out there in place on the ground to sit there and make sure the money and weapons and stuff got to where it was supposed to go. Now, the Democrats and our 2 rhino Republicans in the leadership did not want that to happen. They said it would not be voted on the floor. We need those prayers now, folks, more than ever. Let's pray for our Jewish brethren. I thank God I found out in my thing that I'm 2% Eastern European Jew. Very proud of that. Who wouldn't be? These people have stood up for so much stuff. They've endured so much. It's a tribute. I'm paying them a tribute. I'm a Christian, Catholic. Oh yeah, the FBI is looking after Catholics too. I guess I guess that makes me a Republican and a Catholic. Man, they're probably after me. Anyway, God bless you all. Keep yourself safe. I'm praying for you all. Avoid public gatherings. Okay? Keep your head on a swivel. God bless you all, and I remain your humble servant.